Katie, last week you were spinning around Maywood Park with a beautiful gray harness horse named Burley, who now thinks he's going to be a movie star. What could you possibly have in store for this week?
Well, Joe, once again, the racing industry never ceases to amaze me. Many of us spend our whole lives trying to perfect one craft. Well, this week I got to meet a man who's mastered many.
Some people are great at one thing, but here at Arlington Park, there's one gentleman who's great at several. Jockey Frank Lovato Jr. exceeds at more than just being a rider.
My dad was a jockey, and from as far as I can remember, my mom told me ever since I was a baby that I had a love for the races. The thrill of my job, of course, is winning, and although winning is sometimes is one of the toughest things to be able to do, it's not always glamorous. People look at it as being glamorous always, and you have to look forward to the wins and savor those moments of glory. Because there's more losses. In statistics of any jockey, you lose more than you win. And so when you do win, it's a great rush.
His desire to ride horses at an early age inspired him to create them out of wood, which led to the revolutionary piece of equipment known as the equicizer.
For years, people used to just practice, set up bales of straw and put a saddle on them and straddle a bale of straw and pretend that was a horse, but that wasn't good enough for me. I wanted to take it to another level. Right. And once I did build my first horse, the interest was incredible of other jockeys that wanted the same thing. It's an apparatus that a jockey can practice their riding skills. Lafitte Pincay and Angel Cordero, some of the winningest jockeys that ever lived in history of racing, they wonder how they ever lived without it, and that was in the later part of their careers.
Frank's childhood dream of riding a horse is now giving a leg up for children with disabilities.
There's so many kids, like I was a little kid, that wanted to be jockeys, and I thought it would be really cute if I just made a miniature version, or at least 2/3 the size of the original equicizer, with basically the same idea. And since I started making some of those, I had a lot of interest with handicap riding programs for children, and I found that there's also a benefit. And using the equipony is a great transition, teaching children how to balance themselves and position themselves and hold reins and give them confidence, so when they get on a real horse for the therapeutic program, that'll give them a nice little edge.
You would think it would be enough to ride races and develop the equicizer, but there's still one more dimension to this special man.
All us kids growing up, we had a piano, guitar, drums, and we're always playing something. My favorite thing to play is piano, though I'm not a great piano player, but I can make you think that I can play well. I love just sitting alone in kind of solitude and just coming up with melodies and things. But I also love rock and roll, and I love various types of music, and I like to write music, and occasionally I don't consider myself a singer, though I try.
During the summer at Arlington, both horsemen and race fans can treat themselves to a great night of entertainment. Frank is an accomplished songwriter, singer, and musician. He has played professionally for years and even produced his own CD with original songs that he wrote.
I'm not great at anything. I'm just kind of good at everything. But I think the thing I do best is writing, and that's been my love of more than probably everything I've ever done.
Special thanks go out to Phoenix Communications in New Jersey for the use of some of their footage. 1,600 career victories, an Eclipse Award in 1980 as the nation's leading apprentice rider. He just turned 40 this past January. Frankie Lovato knows how to live his life. And Katie, is there anything that this guy can't do?
Well, he sure can do it all, and he did mention to me that he does have a passion for cooking. It wouldn't surprise me if I saw him at the local bookstore signing his new cookbook.
Shot from the gun would begin to start, with every stride, with all his heart. With his desire, he stood apart, when the others would have faded. In a roll of thunder from a cloud,